Hi guys, I'm Kylie.
My name is Arian Bentley. I go to Johnson C. Smith University with a major in psychology, and I am a rising senior.
Hi, my name is Kamora Coleman, and I'm a rising junior attending North Carolina Central University, majoring in social work.
Hello everyone, my name is Amaya Jeffers, and I am a senior elementary education student at the illustrious North Carolina A&T, and I am a FPG McKinney Scholar.
I've had a great time at FPG so far. My favorite week so far, of course, was the welcome week. We had orientation and we were able to do the Black and Blue tour, which was so much different than the Sense of Place tour and really just dove into the history of Black people at UNC and kind of like that complicated history, but it was very informative and I feel like it was a great addition to our welcome week considering that we're all HBCU scholars. I just really appreciate the opportunity that I get here to just really dive into my special areas of interest, which is child psychology, and now I get to kind of like go back and start where child development really starts, which is maternal health care. So super excited to see next week, and I can't wait for my last rotation as well with childcare with Trohannes.
My first rotation was with ERAC. I had the fantastic mentors of Nathan and Danielle. They really exceeded my expectations for my first rotation. They made me so comfortable. They didn't overwhelm me with work. It just felt like the work was very meaningful. My favorite experience was actually getting to shadow them at a retreat, a 2-day retreat I attended the first day, and getting to see all their other colleagues that does work in ERAC with them, and just look at the projects that they are all working on and watching them all brainstorm and come together. It was really good for them all to see what each other is working on and what projects or ideas they have planned for the future. I also love the task that Nathan and Daniel came up for me, which was for me to actually interview people and ask them what makes them decide what schools their kids should or will attend. And I actually had the pleasure of interviewing Nathan, and with the help from Danielle, she actually assisted me in creating the interview questions. So I love that. And it just has been a very good experience being here on Chapel Hills campus. This is my first time ever being up here on the campus. It is beautiful. It's so naturey, like it's trees and nature everywhere. There's so many things to do. I've tried some really great restaurants. The people at FPG, I love all the staff members or the researchers here. Even if I'm not directly working with them, I just love being around them. They're all so helpful. So far right now, I am in my next rotation, which is the Impact Center, and I'm working with Lena, Mariel, and Ariel. And so far, they have been wonderful too. So I can't wait to check back in and update you all on the next rotation.
I just want to take this moment to talk about my experience with this internship so far. While I'm here, I'm going to be completing 3 rotations. My first rotation was Project Reach, where I learned about the barriers Black families face who raise kids with autism, which was something new to me. So this was interesting to learn. I got to lead a focus group and an interview as well. My current rotation is with the Impact Center, where I've been learning about implementation science and how research turns into programs and strategies that are actually being put to use to help people, which is something that I originally wanted to learn coming here. So I think this rotation will be very beneficial. I love the people who's a part of it, and I'm actually getting to learn hands-on. Actually getting to learn about the work that they do, which is really inspiring to me. Outside of work, I've really gotten close to my suite mates. We bonded over so much throughout the weeks through outings, game nights, and it's been really fun to just get to know new people and to be around people with the same interests as me. The people who work here are great as well. Their willingness to answer any question you have and how they go on and on about their work really speaks to their passion. So they're amazing. And being on this campus as well has been an eye-opener to me because I go to HBCU, and this is a PWI. I've never been to PWI before. This campus is huge. They have like 10 libraries. It's a lot of people here, and this is just something new to experience. My school has one library, and I can take a lap around the whole campus in like 30 minutes for real. So it's just been something different for real. Overall, I'm really appreciative of everything I've learned so far, from the work to the people to the personal growth, and I can't wait to see where the rest of the internship takes me, because I know I'll learn a lot and grow as a person, and I can't wait to see the differences when I compare to now, to at the end of this program, to see what I've learned, because I know it'll be a lot.
So when first moving into Chapel Hill, one thing that I noticed was the amount of trees that are around campus and how beautiful it is and how fun it could definitely be to be like a full-time student here. And going to all the SUP workshops has been really good because they've been teaching us about how to apply for grad school and like different tips and tricks that we can use to help better our success rates of getting into the graduate program that we desire. Working at FPG has been really amazing. I've got to meet a lot of amazing researchers who are committed to bettering society for marginalized groups and overall just making an impact on the world with the work that they do. And they have taught me so many things, given me so many good publications to read, shown me just like really good research that they've done. With my first rotation at FPG, I was with the Equity Research Action Coalition, and I got to work with Nathan and Danielle, and it was amazing. I definitely look at them as mentors for sure, and they gave me a lot of great information about things that I didn't even know about. Like, I personally didn't know what African-centered education was until I got to read an article about it. And so now that I've been introduced to that topic, that's something that I want to further my knowledge in. I also got to shadow them. So the Equity Research Action Coalition had a retreat where they went to share knowledge as well as just meaningful initiatives that each sector of it is doing. And we got to shadow and listen in and add our input. And it was really amazing just to hear about all the amazing things that they're doing, and being able to just know that I can make connections with these people. I also would say one of my favorite things about the staff at FPG is that once they hear us talking about something that we're passionate about or something we're interested in, they always have a person in mind that they try and connect us with so that we can, network and make that connection with that person that could potentially answer a question we have or just expand our knowledge on topics that we're interested in. I will say for future scholars, definitely bring your walking shoes, definitely download the Transit app and UMO as well, just to help you get around. And the office is really nice. There's always good snacks.
Hi, it's Kylie here, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update about how my internship is wrapping up. I just finished my third of 4 SUP workshops, which is under the grad school workshops for any of the students who are doing summer internships at UNC, and it actually waives the fee for your application for grad school, which is amazing if you attend all 4. This last one was about creating a personal statement, which was awesome because I really got to understand what grad schools are looking for, how do you apply, and what goes into creating that personal statement. And it's actually very different than it is in undergrad, so I really needed that explanation and expertise from the associate dean of the grad school, and that just really helped with that. I'm really loving how this summer internship is playing out. I'm getting such valuable information that I will take into my clinical psych degree. I absolutely adore the people that I've met. I built such a network of people that have been helping me with my journey and guiding and mentoring me. Hi everyone.
everyone. Again, my name is Arian Bentley. I am a rising senior at Johnson C. Smith University with a major in psychology. And my second rotation was with the Impact Center. My mentors were Mariel, Ariel, and Lena. They were phenomenal. Oh my gosh, phenomenal mentors. Like, I loved them. Like, they were so warm and just welcoming. They had everything, they explained so well. I think like something that they really did that really was good was created like an acronym sheet for us, so we knew, like, because FPG uses a lot of acronyms, so it can be like a bit confusing. That was one thing that was really helpful. They connected me and Kamora, who was also in this rotation with me, to the people that we needed to be connected with, and they answered all the questions that we had. They made sure to have weekly check-ins with us. They gave us some articles to read on implementation science, and then they also personalized it how implementation science goes along with the things that we are actually interested in career-wise, which for me is medical social work. So they gave me an article to read on how like implementation science is integrated into like the social work, medical social work field, which I thought was really cool. I also got to shadow an in-person project meeting with Mariel, which was also really cool. I love shadowing in person. The in-person ones are like really engaging, and people are always like really warm, welcoming. They always introduce themselves. They're always like eager to answer questions, even explain to you things even if you don't ask. Like, they're like, this is what's going on, like this is this, if they tell you about this. Like, so I love it. Like, the people, the energy is phenomenal. So yeah, I got to shadow Mariel for like the Triple P project, and I actually got to shadow Mariel and my other mentor over the McKinney Scholarship Program, Shara. She's also on that project, just a different region. So I got to shadow her meeting, which was online. I really love the work that they do. I enjoyed watching them do it. I enjoyed learning about all of the different projects and things that they contribute to, and the other people that we got to meet who are also alongside with them contributing to these projects too.
Hi, my name is Kamora Coleman, and I just want to talk a little bit more about my second rotation, the Impact Center. Impact Center focuses on using implementation science to support programs that serve children and families, especially those from underrepresented communities. One of the most meaningful parts of this rotation was interviewing Lena, Mariel, and Ariel and hearing what drives them to do this work. Many shared how personal experience shaped their passion for equity and inclusion. It reminded me that research and advocacy aren't just about data, they're about people, relationships, and staying committed to long-term change. It was inspiring to see how all the mentors made it to FPG through their different backgrounds, their different fields, and how they're all taking their knowledge that they learned in the past and bringing it here. That's amazing. Overall, this rotation gave me a deeper understanding of what it really takes to make a difference in communities. The Impact Center showed me that social work, research, and advocacy can come together in powerful ways when we center equity and work with not just for the people we serve, but with the people we serve. And I love this rotation. This was my favorite one by far. I feel like this definitely connected to me the most personally because I didn't know what implementation science was, and that was what I was most interested in learning about before I even knew it, because they're actually taking the research and turning it into action, and that's great.